You ever look at one of your smartest friends and wonder why they seem to have just a small, tight-knit group of people around them? Well, today we're going to dig into the psychology behind why a lot of highly intelligent people actually prefer a smaller circle of friends. Now, this isn't true for everyone, of course, but it's a really fascinating pattern. And honestly, the answer might just change the way you think about your own social life.
So, let me ask you this. Do you ever find yourself in a crowd, at a party maybe, and you just feel a little out of sync? Kind of like everyone else got a rule book for socializing that you just missed? If you've ever felt that, you are definitely not alone. And it turns out, there's a really interesting reason for it. And this quote right here just nails it. This feeling isn't some kind of social failure on your part. It's not about being awkward. It's a sign that your brain is literally wired for a completely different and deeper kind of connection. Okay, so what does that even mean, a different kind of wiring? Let's pop the hood for a second and actually look at the science behind what's going on inside an intellectual mind.
The key idea we're talking about here has a name. It's called hyperconnectivity. So, I want you to picture your brain like a massive city with a super fast, super efficient subway system. Now, most people have a decent network, a few lines that get them where they need to go. But a hyper-connected brain, it's got express trains, local trains, and secret tunnels all running at once, constantly processing information and making connections at lightning speed. So how does that feel in day-to-day life? Well, it's when you find yourself analyzing a simple, "Hey, how's it going?" for like 5 minutes. It's when you spot patterns that nobody else seems to notice. Or, and this is a big one, it's that feeling of your brain just powering down when the conversation turns to, the weather. It's that non-stop search for meaning in, well, everything. Does any of that sound familiar?
Right, so this unique brain wiring, it creates this intense craving. But it's not a craving for more social interaction, it's a craving for deeper interaction. Let's break down what that really looks like. This chart really lays it all out. Over on the left, you've got your shallow transactions. You know the drill. Predictable chats about sports, the weather, stuff that feels like you're just following a script. And it can leave you feeling totally drained. But then, on the right, you have deep connections. This is where you get into the good stuff. Ideas, philosophy, what really makes people tick. It's unpredictable, it's stimulating, and you walk away feeling energized, not exhausted. For that hyper-connected mind, the difference is, well, it's everything. I love this quote because it just perfectly captures the feeling. Imagine you're a world-class chef and someone serves you a greasy fast food burger. I mean, sure, it's technically food, but is it satisfying? No way! It just leaves you hungry for something real, something with substance. That's what small talk feels like. But here's the thing. The issue with small talk isn't just that it's a little bit boring. No, it actually comes with a very real cost. Because for a mind that's built for complexity and depth, engaging in all that surface-level chat isn't just a minor annoyance. It is cognitively expensive. Seriously, think about it. You've got this high-performance supercomputer for a brain, and you're forcing it to run basic, low-level programs. You have to actively suppress your brain's natural urge to dig deeper, to analyze, to connect ideas. And that takes a ton of mental energy you could be using for something way more fulfilling. So if small talk is so draining, what's the alternative? Well, it's all about making a fundamental shift in priorities. It's about choosing quality over quantity every single time.
And this chart just makes it crystal clear. Look at the bar on the left. You can have a huge number of shallow connections, and your social fulfillment, it's pretty low. But now look at the right. Just a few deep, meaningful connections, and that fulfillment level shoots way, way up. For the hyperconnected mind, it's never been about how many friends you have. It's about the depth of those friendships. So yeah, the whole point isn't to collect friends like they're Pokemon cards, right? It's about cultivating a small, well-tended garden of relationships that actually feed your soul.
And all of this leads us to our final and maybe the most misunderstood piece of this whole puzzle, the real purpose and power of solitude. See, for a highly intelligent person, choosing to be alone isn't about loneliness. It's a strategic move. It's a choice. It's where they go to recharge that cognitive energy we talked about. It's where they can finally engage in deep thought, pursue their passions without being interrupted, and really process all the complex ideas swirling around in their head. In other words, for them, solitude is work. It's productive. So let's be super clear, this is not about being antisocial. It's about being selectively social. It's about being intentional with your precious time and energy and investing it in the people and conversations that truly light you up. And that's really the big idea I want to leave you with. For a brain that is wired for depth,
Solitude isn't an empty space. It's the workshop. It's the lab. It's the artist's studio. It is the essential, necessary space where big thoughts and incredible ideas are born.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. What are you making space for? Because whether you have 2 friends or 200, what really matters is the depth of those connections and the quality of the time you spend with yourself. Thanks for thinking this through with me.